Hi, I'm Tim. I'm Head of Loans at Zopa. This is my real money story. Growing up, money was something I was always aware of. When I was in primary school, my nan used to work at a charity shop in the town where I lived. She was very good at maths, so she would always do the stock counts at the end of the day. She would teach me, how to do basic maths, and then also sort of teach me a bit about the difference between sort of the revenue that she was generating from selling things in the shop and the cost of producing them. Into my teenage years, probably my most formative moment when it came to money was when my parents went through financial difficulty. My parents were dairy farmers, and unfortunately some of the cows that they had got very sick, which meant that the milk they produced couldn't be sold on. That meant my parents had less revenue and the business went into financial difficulty. At the time it was really difficult. I remember my parents being extremely stressed, worrying about keeping the business alive, and at times actually just being able to pay the bills, go to the supermarket and actually be able to pay things. For me, I was just really stressed about them losing everything at the time. But actually, once they sort of lost everything and went bankrupt, they actually became much happier. And that sort of really kind of led me to sort of realise two things. Firstly, money isn't the source of happiness, and it's the people that you spend time with rather than the things that you buy that make you happy. And secondly, it sort of really influenced my attitude to money in the sense that I'm much more likely to save rather than spend on experiences. Money's really played a key role in two parts of my life. Kind of the first thing is my wedding, so that was by far the happiest day of my life, at least up until that point, before I'd had children. The second thing was actually our first ever flat purchase. So we were living in London, and we'd spent about 10 years sort of saving money for going holidays and sort of generally not being too lavish with our money. But that was all worth it when we took the keys to our flat, and sort of we walked through the door and had this kind of immense kind of feeling of kind of pride and satisfaction that we'd saved all this time to buy this thing, and we were really looking forward to the process of renovating it. So whilst I'm more financially comfortable these days, I still try to be very cautious with the way that I spend my money. My favourite way to spend money is to either go for coffee and a milkshake with my wife and children, or go out for dinner with friends, rather than expensive holidays or new cars, that sort of thing. Looking to the future, I'd really like to be able to sort of help my parents out. It worries me that they might be working late into their 70s if they can't get some help. So my experiences with my parents' financial difficulty have also kind of given me really good context for my professional career. I'm really proud to work in a company like Zopa that puts customers at the forefront, and whenever I'm making decisions I try to sort of ensure that I put myself in the kind of shoes of our customers, and bear in mind that sort of lending can cause people anxiety, and money's a really important consideration for many people. I'm also just really proud of the products we offer. Zopa offers extremely kind of low cost credit products and provides people with a way to potentially reduce their cost of debt and hopefully set themselves up for the future. This is my real money story.